leave for the day, I just need to show some of the work that the students have put together throughout today. So this is the tornado display. And then over here we have a look at floods, and you'll see both pictures, images, words. We've been dealing with onomatopoeia, poetry, and information. Then over here is the tsunami. It spans both bulletin boards. And they really wanted to show impact on structures too, so they tried to build some structures even from down here, where you can even see what happened, tilting of the waves, as you can see over here. Look how they've used the math manipulatives, putting people, looking at things that have fallen down in destruction, looking at some of the individual people and how they feel in the midst of this, adding some other images and things in the background that show what it would have been like, and trying to make kind of the tsunami wave happening here. They still wanted to add in a few additional little details to show how those houses and things may have been affected, but you can see it's a starting point. They've also tried to add in some helicopters and things at the top to show about trying to get some people, rescued or food and bringing supplies and things in for other people. They've added their poetry piece of information over here, as well as over here, people that have been caught up in the wave and how they're feeling. You can see some of the looks on the individual faces, as well as some of the other words and things that have been added to their poems, as well as their pieces of information. Then we also have the volcano over here. So with the volcano, we've got a look at some of the research that they had figured out, as well as the volcano that they made. They really wanted to use various elements of design, and they looked very closely at the concept of texture. They added their poetry piece as well, which was quite a long poetry piece too. This group here had the earthquake. They show how it actually happens by creating a diagram. They've added bits of information around the outside that they thought was important. They tried to use the elements of design in their actual writing of the word earthquake, and looking how they could almost add a bit of texture in the way that they created the words themselves. They added their earthquake poem to here as well, which also looked a lot at onomatopoeia words. And then they also created some small plasticine figures to show what actually happens with an earthquake, and the destruction piece too that goes with it, and what causes it, I should also say as well. And then we've got the hurricane. They've actually turned some of their onomatopoeia words into almost like a visual art display, as well as their poem and information, and the damages that actually happen as well. And then there is supposed to be a hurricane in a bottle that they have created, but will go out just on this desk for when they're displaying it for people to see. And then they added their title as well along the top.